have officially made it to a town for sale in California called BridgeVille. Why did we come to this town? Because it had its fame on eBay and as a town for sale.
Okay, it's kind of ironic that says tall tree 100 yards because they're all so tall. Of having a 4x4 vehicle is not a good idea, because then it just gives Todd ideas.
A man and woman left their home to switch things up and go on the road. They didn't know where they would go, but it's gotta be better than staying home. They switched it up. They switched it up.
But
It's down this road.
sometimes I even get confused myself what's happening.
Well, because generally we're not sure. We're just out exploring.
I know I think there's an ocean somewhere that direction.
There is.
What is it?
There's a trail called 𝐜𝐸𝐸. Trail is a foot trail. Because it says, see this dunes trail? Right here.
First time I've ever seen no running.
I didn't expect there to be like this moss stuff in an evergreen tree, right? Like that's a Carolina thing, and yet it's in an evergreen tree.
I don't know if I like the idea of tsunamis.
You feel an earthquake. That's what it says. I don't know if I would know what. I guess the ground just starts shaking.
It just keeps going. So I put the climbing rope here. You gotta pull yourself up the hill.
Hey, the cows. There's the wildlife.
Yeah, they're way over there, aren't they?
Oh my gosh, we're so far away from the ocean.
Are you serious? I don't even want to look. I don't want to look.
Oh, it's so far.
Oh my goodness.
We can't make it out there.
It's just vast. After consideration, we're not walking down that way, even though it's pretty, but it is the tail. So this is some sort of a barrier here from one side to the other.
That is Humboldt Beach.
That is
out
Humboldt
there.
Beach. Okay.
We're in Humboldt County. One didn't have to look like that.
It's the bridge to nowhere.
Let's go see said bridge to nowhere.
Doing a little burning there. We have made it. The town folk are looking at us. 1925. To a town for sale in California called BridgeVille. Why did we come to this town? Because it had its fame on eBay as a town for sale. And as we were cruising around California, we thought, why not come see a town that's for sale? Look at this view. Look at this water.
Grabbing my camera because I want to take a picture. How pretty.
That's pretty. What'd we find out? It's like for sale for 1.5 million. It's been sold like 3 or 4 different times.
Yeah, but here's the thing. One, it's out in these big, huge...
Right outside the Redwoods.
Out in the Redwoods. It is very quiet. It's off the beaten path. It's 81 acres. I dare you to find 81 acres in California for sale for $1 million.
We don't know. We just came up to the bridge. It's the very first thing we saw off the highway.
I think it was 1.8, 1.5, somewhere in there. But 81 acres in California.
In the middle of nowhere. Welcome to
Quiet.
BridgeVille. Switch it up, Bill. We'd change the name.
No, we
We could ask the town folk what they think.
I think we should. I thought there's a post office still. We should go talk to the people at the post office.
I think there's, is it less than 100 people that live here? We don't know what it's included.
No, but I think it's beautiful. And who hasn't ever wanted to own a town?
Well, I could spend. I want an old movie theater.
Well, I don't think there's one of those in this town. I don't see nothing but 2 bridges and a post office.
Yeah, they got
But-
bypassed by the new bridge.
A beautiful river.
Okay, let's go see what BridgeVille has to offer off the beaten path.
Just let it go. I was like, whoa.
Quick question.
Sure.
How many people live in BridgeVille now? I remembered this being an eBay auction a long time ago.
It still is.
Still is.
Look
Yeah,
it
we
up.
we heard that it was not an eBay auction, but we heard it was for sale.
Mhm.
So we thought we'd come out and just kind of see what it was and where it was.
It's a
Okay.
nice little town.
Yeah, actually, the owner's actually here today.
The owner is
Yeah.
here?
Yeah, the one driving the tractor and everything.
That's the owner?
Yeah.
Come on, are you in the market for a town?
Yeah.
No, but we do have a YouTube channel. It could be like a YouTubeville or something. I don't know what it could be, but yeah, it would be fun.
It's a
So-
great town.
I know at one point in time there was some guy that was trying to buy it, but he was like, the only way he would buy it is if he was allowed to have his own police force here.
Yeah, I read that in some article.
And then like the local government was just like, no.
Oh, the sheriff. The sheriff was saying, yeah, no way.
Yeah, they're like, oh no, that sounds too scandalous and in control. So like they shut him down.
Which,
So
I mean, a part of me understands because the police don't really come out here that
But
much.
well, I mean, but if you think about it, what do you think the town's like 100 people, maybe?
oh no, I can count them right now. Hold on.
You could count.
Yeah, just give me a second.
I know. Come on, seriously.
There's me, my old lady, the kid. The neighbors have the same, so that's 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
12 people.
I think there's about 12 people here.
Okay. Well, I appreciate it.
Yeah, no, it's like we're not a very big town. Like it used to be a lot like bigger. Like once.
What was it known for back in the day?
There used to be like they did lumber out of here. They ran the lumber all down the river.
Okay.
And all that. There used to, like you don't see it now, but there used to be a big mill here that like they pull the logs up from the river, cut it, and then they send them off and everything. So,
Okay.
And then that's burned down. I think they built another small one, and then the industry was going out, so then that burnt down if I'm not mistaken.
Huh.
As well as the school burned down over here, but they rebuilt that way back.
So they have a school. He thinks there's 12. Did you say 12?
I'm pretty 12.
12 people. The owner's in the Bobcat, he said.
Well, awesome.
Yeah.
I went to school with a graduated class of 18, so I thought I was from a small town, but you guys have got me beat out here.
Oh yeah, it was like our graduating class. I think was 6 or 7 people, and that was the biggest one we had in a minute.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's usually like 1 to 3 people that graduate here. we're big time out here.
No, that's pretty cool.
I love small town America, though.
Yeah.
It's just, you know everybody, it's just a different, it's a quiet life.
Huh.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, it's quiet, but everyone also we're always gets round about something. So it's
I know.
So
Yeah.
you're just like, man, this just happened yesterday. You guys know more information than I do, and I was there.
I used to go out at night and I'd be like, before I'd even get home, my dad already knew what I was doing and who I was with, and I was in trouble before I even got home.
So, where's everyone work here then? You go into different towns?
Most of us all commute.
Yeah, you'd have to say, yeah.
Like I say, my parents are kind of more old and retired. But
Yeah.
No, I think everyone else drives to town about 45 minutes or longer that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thanks for chatting with us.
Unless the road slide gets landslide,
Yes.
Yeah,
shuts
no,
down.
the slide has been a hassle.
How long ago did that happen?
I think about like a month and a half ago,
Oh,
2
okay.
months ago. Like they're still working on it because it's still continuously sliding and stuff like that. Like at one point in time, they said it was like they checked it out. They're like they don't think it was even 40% slid, and they didn't see it stopping anytime soon. So they're just clearing it out every single
Oh, wow.
day.
That's hard.
And there's been like a few days where it's just like it's just too active. We can't do anything, and the road's completely closed. So you have to drive up and around with an extra like 40 minutes or so.
Oh my gosh.
And it is a narrow dirt road that is like, hopefully you're not dragging it in a truck and trailer because...
Nice.
That'd be the day I'd be calling into work being like, I can't make it. The road is just slid off the map.
All right, well, let's go see if we can
All right.
just get the skinny on the town.
What's the guy's name?
it's Cindy. She,
Cindy.
yeah.
Cindy
Okay.
owns BridgeVille.
Yeah.
Her son owned it,
Okay.
and then he passed away.
Oh, that stinks.
Yeah.
Thanks for talking to us.
Oh yeah, no, you guys have a wonderful day.
She's the mayor, isn't she?
Yeah, that's Feather.
Feather? Hi, Feather.
She's just the old lady in the town.
Okay, we're looking for a story.
We're looking for Cindy.
Cindy, we hear you're the owner of this place.
This used to be the highway here. The old part wasn't here until 1996. And we have a festival here now because of it. They fly recycle-made little alien vehicles and fly them off onto the river bar down here. And there's live music and all kinds of festivities at the school in August.
Really?
So sometime in August, you guys, you ever...
There's a whole
festival.
festival now.
Yeah, yeah.
In the summer of 1994, strange, unexplainable lights appeared in the sky over Humboldt County.
I saw it. It was at night. We were down in Larrabee Valley, and there was lights hovering over there, and then boom, they were gone.
Was it a plane, a meteor, or was it something else?
Have we figured out what these lights are?
No, never figured it out.
We may never know what it was, but one thing's for sure. Those strange lights inspired this, the BridgeFest saucer toss.
And we decided to huck saucers off the bridge under the river bar, and we also throw rocks and all sorts of things off the bridge to celebrate this beautiful bridge that we have in our town.
Spanning across the Van Duzen River is the old BridgeVille Arched Bridge, the beloved landmark in the Little Forest community of Bridgeville.
This bridge has brought a lot of people together. This area is very diverse.
Jennifer Bishop is the intergalactic commander of BridgeFest, and she explains the odd relationship between a UFO sighting and the old Bridgeville Bridge.
We just really want to throw things off the bridge, and if you could put a funny hat on while doing it, you get extra bonus points.
Yeah, I think that's a grand idea.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. The saucer toss rules are pretty simple. The closest one to hit the landing zone target wins.
Yeah.
How many people live in this town, though?
Only like, I think we're down to 12 now.
Yeah,
Is that
he
it?
just counted them.
12, but you still have a festival. That's pretty impressive.
Oh.
It brings people in from all over the place.
All over, everywhere comes in and stuff.
Okay. We heard that this town was for sale.
Back in the day, it was a eBay auction.
They are selling the town.
The town has been basically what it was is it went up for sale. It was a first town on eBay. A gentleman.
Yeah, I remembered the story from like
yeah.
way back.
Bixby Knolls. He's the one that he owned Bixby Knolls, which is a big thing in Long Beach and down south. And they bought it. It's been bought several times by different church groups, and then got back to the original owner because it fell through. And so my son bought it. He didn't buy it through eBay. He actually bought it from the gentleman who ended up doing it from the eBay thing. And he passed away.
Okay.
And he was very energetic. He wanted to make this town the first off.
I'm sorry, Cindy.
Thank you.
Can just
It's
stop
hard.
and
No,
acknowledge
I
that?
don't try not to, but
Yeah,
I appreciate
I'm
it.
sorry to hear that.
His original dream was to make this off the grid.
Yeah.
Want to make it completely self-containing. He across the road, we also owned property which is called China Flats. He wanted to turn that into a camp for disabled and
Oh, wow.
underprivileged children.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And at certain times, and it's the perfect place because it's pretty secluded, but it's
Yeah.
right next to the main highway. There's great places that you could put stalls and stuff for horses. So that was his dream, and then his dream was to come into here. This section would be made like a big community center, which is now our park, but he ended up having a brain tumor, and then he got to a point where he was, I told him don't do it. The mom in me was like, the water system, don't do it, don't do it. He's like, come on, Mom, I'll move you here, Grandma here. Just do our whole thing. I'm like, don't do it.
What a dream,
Don't do
though.
it,
What a
you know.
dream.
But he had the intelligence. He had a lot of political backers in Oregon and Washington, and was really good at grant writing. And he just thought that we'll just do this, you know. I mean,
The optimism.
yeah, he was just like boom, and I'm like,
Yeah. I would think in the state of California it would be hard to redo all of the things with the
grant.
permits.
Yeah, well, it wasn't that bad 20 years ago, as it is.
Right.
Let me tell you, I just went to the permit office. But,
Oh.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
and with
it's-
all
yeah.
of the connections that he had,
Yeah.
but his big thing was he wanted to basically make it so it's off the grid, completely off the grid. But he was
using wind and hydro
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
energy is what I
he
figured.
he
yeah.
ended up getting a severe brain tumor that was terminal, and he did it on his terms. When it got to the point where he didn't want other things being done, so then he threw it. It landed. I didn't say throw it.
It landed in your lap,
the
right?
one who said
Here's your
no, don't
blessing.
do it. No,
Mom,
don't do
here
it.
you go, Mom.
And I'm
So
not.
she said-
Doesn't
So
gonna
it's just
work.
a freak mishap. You're even here. This.
But the weather.
Yeah, right here. I'm just here just to kind of. We try to come and do what we can to try to tame the place, but
we had a water issue because of the earthquakes. That's been our only issue this year.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
I'm
everything had
working-
been flowing pretty darn good.
Yeah, I'm working in the remodeling the gray cabin that's right there.
So what's
and
part of the sale of the town?
Yes.
What's included?
what's included? Well, you have on the other side of 36, lots of riverfront property.
Right.
So
That's the driveway that
there's-
goes down by that turnout.
Okay,
up there.
okay,
yeah,
It
yeah.
goes down around
you
there.
have a large section of river. We own both on some places both sides of the river.
Okay.
So you have that. So it's basically goes all the way down. You end up with two houses over there. We have the big white, which everybody refers to it as the church, but it really wasn't.
Like a community, like your son wanted it to be a community.
Yeah, he
center.
wanted to make
Okay.
that
Yeah.
a community center, but it's never been like that I know of a real church. But I guess at one time, if you listen to the old people talk about it, there was a pastor who had a big speaker up there,
Okay.
and he used to on Sunday he used to blast his sermon,
Huh.
and then people until people got together and they shot down his speaker. We call it the church. But then we have the 3 cabins there, which people are usually rent out. And then we have that one, we just started kind of redoing the facing. You can see the white. We started kind of working in that in the past before we got it. Somebody had got in there and ripped all of the because old time copper.
Oh yeah, that was
So,
worse.
Basically that we have 2 houses that are rented. We own the post office.
You can own a post office?
Yes, they lease the building.
Oh, okay.
Post
Yes, yes,
office.
But you better, when they send you a note saying something's wrong, get on it, because otherwise they hire other people.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
like federal, you know.
Right,
What it
yeah.
is.
It's just
Dealing
all
with the
the-
federal
Yeah,
government.
rules,
fortunately,
yeah.
we usually get some really cool postmasters in there, and they don't do that. They just call us, and we come and fix it, or
Yeah.
her and her husband come and fix it. But it goes all the way down. We own all the way down to the river behind that, all the way up to the very top of this hill.
Okay.
It goes all the way down and around. There's a cemetery if you guys want to go visit.
Okay.
We actually have a group. I was called, it's a 4-H club. Usually local kids or groups want to always come up to the cemetery to clean it all up for patches or for community service.
Yep.
So that's up the hill a little
Okay.
bit. And then we own all the way going back. There's another house that we're just gutting right now on 22, which is over there. We have our little trailer over there. That's where we stay when we're here. If you go up the hill down Neelan, there's another large lot up at the top that is the most beautiful place if anybody was going to build. It literally looks over the whole entire
This is a beautiful area. So it's like, how many acres?
You know, it's so weird because it goes varies. I mean, I've been told 99 to 88.
Okay.
Because of the way the old lines and stuff run. In reality, this is all... Neelan Road is actually part of what BridgeVille owns, going all the way back to Cal Fire, but you have easements for roads.
This is really cool, hearing the history of all this. So be careful of poison sumac. But I gotta see. Look at this. It's like history, right? We just uncovered a little hidden gem for sure.
Well, what are the odds that
she's never here.
She's hardly ever up here as the owner, and she just happens to be here today. We're just, what a lucky day.
So we're gonna go up and look at a couple things that she was showing. Fun stuff.
But seriously, 81 to 90-ish acres in California, in this remote, like, beautiful part of the country.
Okay. You're fantasizing this pretty well. Let me be the realistic person, because we all know that Todd's the realist.
Yeah. You're not the dreamer. You're
There's a lot of work that needs to be done here, but there's a lot of potential as well. Little charm.
Do you know how many people we have that would be like, I'll come work?
I know. We could do like a switch it up day and just...
Day? We need a month.
We don't know where we'd have a park.
All right, let's go. We're going to go hunt that down right now.
Oh, that's funny.
But the river is beautiful.
It is very pretty.
We need to look into the history of the town. And everybody's like, I wouldn't buy anything in California. Okay, this is Northern California. It's different up here.
Yeah, we've learned. If you've watched Peter Santinello's recent video, and if you don't know who he is, you can look him up. Does these great documentaries. He was just in the Northern California area. Did a great little talk with somebody. Sheila.
So these little houses, I would
these
turn
are
those
all.
I would turn those into Airbnbs.
Those are little too. They're tiny. Oh, we've got a speed hump. We don't want any speeders in this town. We got to have laws.
We could. Here's what I'm thinking.
Oh yeah, what are you thinking?
They need a antenna out here for Verizon or something. We could lease them some spots out here.
Oh,
so they
yeah.
could put a cell tower out here.
Oh yeah, there's
for
a
us.
money generating opportunity there. There's a school.
There is the school. They had a graduating class of 2 this year.
All right, semi trucks over 32 feet, kingpin to rear axle.
No, it's a no-go.
No go
Up
this
there.
way. Okay, we're gonna get out and look.
It's a very tiny cemetery.
Well, it's a tiny town, dear.
This is a tiny town. Wasn't there a whole story like that? There's a teeny tiny...
1861.
The town goes on both sides of the river, though.
Is this the end of the town? Is the cemetery?
Up here, so there was a large flat spot up here. Count all the people on his fingers, huh?
Yep. What are you thinking?
I think it's just pretty. It's just quiet. It's a place to get away with nature.
We could lure Bigfoot down here and do Bigfoot tours.
We're gonna lure Bigfoot.
Yeah.
I was just saying we're doing Bigfoot tours.
We could do that too, but
Because it is Bigfoot territory. Like
It is.
It is. This is Bigfoot country.
because down I don't remember what highway it is. There's a Bigfoot corridor where there's a lot of migration that happens this way. I wish I could make it up, but this is true from Bigfoot hunters, and so that could be.
And it's an old town, so it's got to have some haunted pieces.
We should have
to it.
asked Cindy those questions. Bigfoot? When she didn't mention it in
She
the
said
wildlife.
bears. She didn't say any
Bears.
Bigfoot, which I think are the same.
They are not the same.
One is a bear on 4 legs
Oh.
and one is a bear on 2 legs.
Hey, if you're gonna leave a bad comment down below because she doesn't believe, then put her in that category.
I wonder if there's mineral rights, like there could be gold down it, that we could do gold.
We didn't ask about the mineral rights for here.
We could have people
There's
come
a
out
lot
for
of questions.
gold panning. We could have people come out for bear hunting and for Bigfoot hunting and for off the grid remote fishing.
We
fishing.
could turn this parking lot in to a place where you could harvest host it. People just park here overnight.
We could do bridge jumping.
Bungee jumping. Bungee jumping.
We could do.
This is a booming metropolis just waiting for the discovery.
That's what dreamers do.
Real man of genius. Oh, here's to you, owner of the small town. If you're interested in this town, it's been for sale for a while. You know, when you buy it, if we don't beat you to the punch, let us know, and we'll bring the whole Switch It Up gang here. And we will camp on the outside here at the old church across the street. We'll go into town and we'll just have a cleaning day. Like mowing, we'll clean up the whole town.
We'll, and then we can lay out our plan.
Yeah.
Where we're going to build our old general store.
We'll help you.
Yeah. We need a general store. We need
Gas station. But
Yeah.
that's tough.
That
That's
could
a
go
tough.
to the general store back in the old days where you pump gas out front. We're gonna need a little restaurant. I got some crew that can cook, so we'll bring
Yeah,
them.
so if you buy this town, just let us know.
Yeah, we'll help.
Again, if we don't beat you to the punch. Okay, we're off. We're gonna go back through the redwoods that are right over here. Absolutely beautiful drive.
There's a
as we go
Lost
up.
Coast Drive, and the Avenue of the Giants is right down the road.
I think
That's
you
where
have to whisper
Bigfoot doesn't feel very big when he's in trees that
Why?
are 320 feet tall.
I think he's probably proportionate at that one.
Oh well, then I guess he
Like
lives
it
in
is
the redwoods.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
But it's the thoroughfare. There's a migration point through.
They didn't put that on this map.
It's not on there, but there's a Bigfoot.
There
yeah,
he
see, there's
is.
Willow
So
Creek.
he-
If you don't know about Willow Creek, you can look up Bigfoot later.
So I'm guessing he comes down the river.
Yeah.
Down
Because where
here.
are we at over
We're
here?
here, Bridgeville.
See how this corridor right here? This is a bridge. This is the corridor for Bigfoot going all the way up through Oregon and Washington.
Look at all those trees just sitting there waiting. Looks like they're being turned into like 2x4s. The collection of redwoods.
So we are. It's some very big trees.
You're like a 10-year-old boy got to climb a tree again?
Well, I think this is the way to the hike, isn't it?
No, I don't think so. I think it's behind
if you
it.
look on the sign, go look on the sign.
They're not going to have you have to climb a tree to go on the hike, you think? You're just making that up. I'm going to go look at the sign. Look at this, though. Like, it just... Where are you going?
Going across.
Okay, you go across. Take them with you. I'm going to go read the sign. I can't even put it in perspective for you. It's simply amazing. Okay, it's kind of ironic that says tall tree 100 yards. Because they're all so tall. Listen how quiet it is. How was the big trees over the path? You were right, it's the path.
I know, I didn't walk the path.
Why not?
Because I wanted to come back and see the tall tree.
Because the ones over there are supposed to be tall too.
They're all tall.
Wow. Talking about
359 feet, but it was measured in 1957.
yeah, so I think it's grown since then. But the diamond,
I can't even look up that high.
like 1957, surely it's had to have grown quite a bit in that amount of time. I put in how to get back to the RV park. This was not it. This is the river. I will say the water is a pretty teal blue, and it's very clear.
We're off the beaten path.
We need it.
You want to do it? You want to do it?
What if we can't get back up? We have zero recovery gear with us. Us having a 4x4 vehicle is not a good idea. Because then it just gives Todd ideas of, oh yeah, we can do this. Can we though? Just because we can doesn't mean you should.
How bad can it be?
That was my thing for the first 4 years. And then we get a Bronco, now it's yours. Maybe you should get out and look.
I am looking.
Look and see how bad that is right there.
I don't think we give this thing enough credit.
It's usually not the vehicle, it's usually the driver. Oh, well, let's just go down the hill.
We're doing it.
Well, we're down the hill. It's the up the hill, like you said. Oh, it's soft down here.
Oh, it is.
It is deep and soft.
Huh. Look at that.
We're down here. We're down here, about to get stuck.
Okay,
really
we're gonna
deep.
get out. We're gonna get out. We're gonna get out.
Well, now that we're down here, you might as well get out at the water.
Okay. This seems harder here. Let's get out. Let's go at least look.
You're taking.
We might be here a while. See, we just have to go up there.
Yeah, it's how deep is that rock?
Piece of cake, dear. We gotta give it. How do we know? Wow. Oh. I could have done magnet fishing here. Oh, that's not bad. It's definitely warmer than what we've dealt with in the past, and it's not very deep. Okay, we just got to go up. We're gonna make a run at it. Run right up that.